Hi guys, well today I did some utensil holders, I guess that's what we can call them. I didn't think of a name, but I guess we'll go with utensil holders for Thanksgiving, and this is so I can put on top of each place setting, and everybody has their own little utensil setting, and it's gonna be pretty easy. Just stay and watch. But first, some strawberries. I've been trying to eat healthy, so strawberries for a snack. And this is what we'll need. So I started off by measuring how much I would need, and I kind of just looked at it and decided how much I wanted to pass the fork and the knife. So I calculated about that much, and then it ended up being 18 inches. So I did them all. I cut them all into 18-inch strips, and since my table sits 6, I went ahead and cut 6 strips. Okay, and like I said, I have 6 strips, and then I'm going to be hot gluing the ends, and I'm showing you here that my glue gun is broken, so instead of pulling the little trigger, I have to push the glue stick with my hand. As you can see, it sucks, but I did get a new one, so that's the good news. Anyways, I had a little strip of hot glue, and because it's like a burlappy material, it does kind of seep through, so you kind of gotta be careful. And these little 99-cent store glue guns are very hot, so they do. I would say it's like the temperature of a hot one, especially if you're doing something that takes longer. Like the longer you let it sit there, the hotter it gets. And I'm gonna show you in a minute that whenever you fold these, they do kind of have to fold on opposite directions. So if one's folding up, the other one has to fold down, because when you bend it over, you want it to hide that, I would say, seam or rough edge. So the rough edge is going to go to the back, and then when I fold it over, that rough edge stays in between the folding of the little utensil holder. So again, I grabbed my fork and knife to kind of measure, see how high I wanted it. That was a good height, and I just kind of creased it. So I put them under a book for like 5 minutes, and it kind of stayed that way. Then I just glued the edges. Magic of TV or editing, I've done all 6, and I did test them to see that they do fit in there and hang well, and they do. And I would suggest that when you're doing this, you stick in, I see my ruler fit right in, although it didn't fit in all of them, so I kind of have to be careful, but so that the glue doesn't seep through both layers and you don't end up gluing it shut. So I used some twine here of orange and just regular brown twine, and they ended up being about 6 inches long. However, I did have to trim some of them, so probably like 5.5 inches would have been good. And I wanted it to go down about halfway, about 1.5 inches halfway from the top little seam, I guess we'll call it. So I did add some leaves, and I did cut the stems because those just kind of add bulk, and I didn't want it. And I'm just gluing them on here. And since I just thought about this afterwards, so I didn't actually buy like supplies other than some of these little pumpkins. So I made them all out of leftovers, like leaves and little berries and stuff. So I went ahead and did two like pears. There we go. Usually can't talk today. Pears. So 2 will have some of these, what are they, gourds, I believe they're called. 2 pumpkins and 2 pine cones, and I kind of changed the leaves. Some of them were these colors, like yellows, greens, and lighter oranges. The other ones more burgundy and red. But I went ahead and added some berries. But like the more you add, the more decorative it looks. So if you want to add more berries, or maybe like a little bow underneath the gourd or pumpkin, and then over the leaves, it's totally up to you. You can be as creative as you want with these. like I said, this one's the one with these leaves are shorter too. See, I'm sticking my finger in there to make sure it doesn't glue through to the other side. But these are the darker color leaves. Sorry about some of the views. Oh, here comes my cat again. He's so nosy. Every time I'm doing something, he has to come up here and see what's going on. So on these again, I added little berries, and this one is, I believe, the one with the pine cone, if I'm not mistaken. I added 2 stems and berries, and then the pine cone on the top. And I did have to glue like the berry part down, just because I didn't want it to be flinging around and then like break, because they break easily because they're like made of the styrofoam. So the little balls are just like flick off. So I wanted them to stay put so they wouldn't move around and fall off. And there's the pine cone. And this is, like I said, this is another pair. I did 2 of this one. And last but not least, I did, again, these are the green. See, these leaves were more green and yellow. The first set were more like yellow and kind of like light orange. So there is some difference in them. So on this one, I just put a pumpkin, and I ended up putting some berries. So I do believe I showed it in a minute, just because I wanted to see. Again, I'm sticking my fingers in the back so that they don't stick. Both layers of the ribbon doesn't stick. Sorry about the view. Sometimes I pull things too close to me and don't realize that I'm taking it out of the video. And again, I'm adding some berries. These little berries do make a huge difference. I do think they look a lot cuter with them on there. And here it is. I hope you guys liked it. I really did like this. I'm looking forward to it. It looks kind of like rustic but cute. And anyways, well, thanks for watching. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe if you want. Thanks. See you later.